Still, I can't believe how much of the Mastermind's thoughts and plans you were able to figure out. I didn't have the slightest clue.
Not that it matters at this point, but if you, back when you got the choice, if you had chosen to
explore the lie.
If you had chosen to contradict her lie, you would have gotten the bad ending, in which everyone died.
Right.
Yeah. In the end, though, I couldn't prove any of it. It was just my reasoning. Essentially, I was making it bad.
Wait, so there's a good or bad ending? Like, would the game have continued on like normal if Kyoko had died? Except in the next class trial, everyone would just get murdered.
No, I think it would be more like a game over state. They would say she was the murderer, but then like it would game over.
But what?
It's the bad end.
But that's what Monokuma wanted to happen.
Yeah, but it's the bad ending because if she dies, then.
Well, like I understand that. Okay, whatever. I'm not gonna question it.
You're not gonna question it. We're obviously we've already passed that part by a bit, but yeah, it's game over and put us back in the choice so we could choose the right ending.
Okay.
It would have just ended there.
In the end, though, I couldn't prove any of it. It was just my reasoning. Essentially, I was making a bet. Looks like I got it right this time. At least I won the bet. She let out a quick sigh. I took it as a small sign of relief.
I haven't been that nervous in a long time.
Totally couldn't tell you were nervous at all. Seemed totally confident from the moment we decided to go talk to him.
Well, presenting a strong demeanor is a fundamental part of negotiation and persuasion, wouldn't you say? Plus, if I'd shown any uneasiness, that would have just made you that much more uneasy.
Yeah, you're probably right. How pathetic.
However...
Anyway, we can't relax just yet. All we've done is earn another chance to fight. We have to win this time.
Agreed.
Or everything we've gone through will have been for nothing.
You're right. So, if we can't defeat the Mastermind, it'll cost us our lives. There's no option except to win.
Hey.
Before we begin the final battle, we have to tell the others what's going on. We kinda just staked all of their lives on figuring out who killed Makuro.
Yeah.
True, but now we know who our real enemy is. To do that was work together with everyone to destroy the Mastermind. Hero would probably be fine with it.
Work together with everyone.
However...
Is that really possible?
Anyway...
Right now we have to go find the others.
Shall we go?
Probably in the dorm somewhere. Shall we go?
There's still another thing confusing me. Like, yeah, we wanted the evidence to be pinned on Kyoko, right? But how did that piece end up in Kyoko's room?
The Mastermind can easily get into other dorm rooms. He broke into ours, remember?
Yeah, but...
If the Mastermind
I guess he probably has multiple keys.
Yeah, probably. If he was trying to frame Kyoko, there's nothing stopping him from going into that room. He got into ours.
And he's wearing...
And because the Mastermind unlocked our room to go in, that's how Kyoko was able to go in after him.
Right,
Because it was unlocked because of whatever
She stopped the confrontation.
Right. That's how they were able to get into our room. The Mastermind still has, like, an extra key or something.
They must have an extra key or something. Also, if we're assuming this is correct, then student number 16 was working with the Mastermind, in which case, he could have just given the key to her, and then she ended up dying for it.
That also makes sense. We found a key on her body as well.
Right.
It was for the data lab.
Anyway...
Gotta go find the others. They're probably in the dorm somewhere. Shall we go?
Yep. Sounds good to me.
And remember that golden sword?
Yeah, that was so far long ago. It's ridiculous. I don't think we're gonna have another free time.
Yeah, we kind of have to solve every mystery in the game at this point. We don't exactly have a lot of time to go talking to people for an entire day.
Everyone!
Talking to people for an entire day could be spent investigating. Can't do that.
Suddenly we were greeted with... Official roof? You again.
It's 103.2.1.255.
24601.
Is he broken? Emotional instability reached its limit. To the power of 3 force equals 61.
What the heck?
However...
Wonder what that was all about.
Couldn't help but let out a sigh of relief. I'm alive!
Makoto?
Nice!
It is! There's no two ways about it, that's Makoto!
You survived?
Jeez, you're like a stubborn little cockroach, you know that?
I'm just asking to make sure, but you're not a ghost, right?
And when I was there, all my friends who had struggled together and survived. As soon as I saw their faces, I couldn't help myself. Started to tear up.
What?
Wait, what's that smell?
I'm in the garbage.
Heck?
You mean, yeah, man, that seriously stinks.
It's Makoto, he smells like a wet dog. Get away, shoo, shoo. And in a flash, my tears dried up. I'm gonna go take a shower.
We should probably talk to people.
Yep.
Are you rotten?
Physically, mentally, every way you can be rotten. Sorry, I was just rolling around in garbage for a while. The smell is so smelly. You smell even worse than me, way worse than me. I win. She seems happy for some reason.
Sure, okay.
So what have you guys been doing while I was gone?
We figured that since the trial is over, we'd have access to new places again.
And?
No dice, all the rooms that were locked before are still locked.
So there weren't any new areas. Where can we go to find new clues? Well, we do have a key that would let us into the room beyond the data center.
Well, she has a key that lets us into any room that's locked.
Exactly.
Yo,
Makoto, what was it like hanging out in the spirit world?
I didn't go to the spirit world?
you know?
Did you get to talk to her?
Who?
Miss Cleo.
No, I didn't talk to her. I mean, I didn't go to the spirit world. I mean, who the heck is Miss Cleo?
Cleopatra?
Yeah, oh, I think I need to go to the kitchen right now.
That was a good shot, though. If only you could manage pinpoint accuracy like that in the trial.
I can't believe you survived. Yeah, me either.
Do you realize why it is you escaped execution?
It was alter ego. Saved my life.
That's right.
Not too many people can say that they had their lives saved by a computer program. I imagine it was a learning experience for you.
Lol. I was being lectured when I was being murdered.
Yikes.
Makoto.
No time to indulge in an extended happy reunion. We need to explain to everyone what happened with Monokuma.
Yes.
Explain? Explain what?
But is it okay that you're here? What if the Mastermind catches you?
It's true.
That's related to what I have to tell you all. Tell you all about the last class trial. Last class trial?
In other words,
We're going to redo Makuro's trial. What? Seriously?
How about that?
Look, what's the point of redoing it? Makoto killed her, right?
No, I didn't do it. Like I keep telling you.
wrong.
Makoto isn't the killer, and of course it's not me or any of you. And who is it?
I see.
It was the work of the Mastermind.
Huh?
What? I have to...
You don't have a lot of people you're voicing at the moment, so I figured I'd give you Yasuhiro back.
Yasuhiro?
You can have him.
Okay. Are you sure? You were having such a great time with him earlier.
You can do it.
Okay. What? You're saying the Mastermind killed Makuro?
That's right.
That's right. It was all an elaborate trap contrived by the Mastermind.
The Monster Mind.
The Monster Mind.
It was the Monster Mind!
To the mind, to the mind. Makoto spotted the trap in time and did what he had to stop it.
However,
His decision meant that he would be the one to die.
You spotted the trap, did you, Makoto?
Make it sound like it was easy, I just, you know...
however,
But executing Makoto, who wasn't the Blackened, is a clear violation of the school regulations. Rules state that only the Blackened is to be executed. The Mastermind broke their own rules. Which is why I went and negotiated with them to have the trial one more time.
The Mastermind agreed. Does that mean they really did break the rules? You had no choice but to agree. You used the TV broadcast to gain the leverage you needed, didn't you?
Very observant of you.
I recall what you said at the end of the last trial. You said, now it's the Mastermind that's ensnared. That's what you were referring to.
Don't be mean.
Totally in the dark here. For anyone who doesn't understand, you can ask Kyoko to explain it again, later.
So knowing all this, what do we do now?
About
It's
that.
about who killed Makuro, right? So our job is to expose the Mastermind.
But there's more to it than that, correct?
Yeah. For us to win this time, we have to solve every last mystery surrounding the school. Every last mystery? But we've been looking around all this time and we still don't know anything, right?
Anyway.
You probably guessed already, but if we lose this time, everyone dies.
Everyone? Hey, who said you could agree to those terms without talking to the rest of us? I'm fine with things the way they are. I'm fine living here forever with Master.
I, meanwhile, want to get out of here as soon as humanly possible.
Anyway.
At this point, the only way for us to survive is to unravel the truth.
In other words, one decisive final battle. A rather interesting development, I'd say.
But
Figuring out who the Mastermind is, and how they killed Makuro, and all the school's mysteries?
It's a pretty tall freaking order.
Maybe, but this time the trial is different. We know who our enemy is now. So if we work together and search as hard as we can, I'm sure we'll solve all those mysteries.
I'm not so sure about that.
Huh?
I...
Can't agree with the idea of working together with... She still thinks one of us must be the Mastermind. Because he made the comment the murderer had to be among the students.
Right.
Can't agree, why not? I mean, working together with everyone seems like the most obvious way to solve all the mysteries.
Indeed.
It's what I thought too at first. So Monokuma gave us that little hint of his. It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students.
I see.
Monokuma said that, did he? Then Kyoko's opinion is perfectly reasonable. But why?
So,
If the Mastermind really is the one who killed Makuro, as Kyoko says, then the Mastermind would have had to set foot in this school, right? Monokuma could probably murder Mukuro, but there's no way he could have disguised the scene like that.
in other
But
words,
according to Monokuma, the only people who have set foot in Hope's Peak are the 16 students who've been taking part in the killing game.
Then the Mastermind is one of us in this room.
There are 15 of us in the main hall at the very beginning. And add in Mukuro and you get 16.
So the Mastermind would have had to be one of them?
that's right.
And of those 16 people we started out with, the only ones still alive are the people standing right here. Need I continue, or do you get it now?
You're saying the Mastermind is one of us?
no
You
way.
can't be serious. Wait. We can't say for sure that's true yet. Monokuma might have just said that all to confuse us, but now he has to do it for his audience. He can't be lying, otherwise it's a direct contradiction.
Right.
Indeed.
Certainly a
possible.
possibility, but only one among many. The Mastermind being one of us is also a possibility.
That is one
possibility we can't ignore.
Yeah, I mean, they're an ultimate, right? The ultimate despair, so they must be a high schooler. You can't say it's not possible. If one of us was the Mastermind, they'd have to be controlling Monokuma somehow, right? But did you ever see anyone acting suspicious any time Monokuma was active?
Well,
Maybe they snuck off and controlled him in secret?
I don't care how sneaky you are, we would have noticed someone sneaking off that many times.
Maybe Monokuma was an autopilot. Maybe they loaded up all the dialogue and actions beforehand? In that case, there's no way he could have had all those back and forth conversations with us.
Well, it wouldn't be entirely impossible if they directed the flow of the conversation.
Maybe, but still. You're not gonna tell me that this is the class trial already, because we haven't investigated anything.
No,
Or is it just the nighttime
it's
thing?
nighttime.
This is a school announcement. You've all probably figured this out by now, but at this point, the killing game has now entered true ending mode. So, in the name of fairness, I will unlock every room in the school. Look wherever you want. Solve the mystery in whatever way you see fit. Then we can all meet up at the class trial, okay?
How very magnanimous of him to unlock all the rooms.
That's fine.
The time for talk is done, now we need to begin our investigation.
But,
I was planning on working alone from the beginning anyways.
In the name of my
At
family.
this point, I can only rely on myself, on the Togami blood flowing through my veins. I have no time to worry about the rest of you. Each of you must uphold your responsibility. Goodbye. Well,
After making his final statement, Byakuya left the dining hall. Master didn't take me with him.
Hey.
do you blame him?
No, Master, the rest of you are like coffee with cream without the cream or coffee. Totally useless. So bye. Trudged out of the dining hall.
And now she's gone.
You're gonna go off by yourself, right, Kyoko?
Indeed.
That's right.
Which just leaves Makoto, Hina, and me.
You know?
In that case, I'm gonna go by myself too.
So no one's gonna work together
Hey.
except maybe me and Hina.
How come?
How about that?
Just wait and see. I'm gonna use my totally awesome spirit powers to figure out the Mastermind's identity.
Laughing loudly, Hiro left the dining hall.
Everyone's really gonna go off by themselves?
What about you, Hina?
I guess I'll do the same.
Okay, then we're all off by ourselves.
But
I mean, it's not that I don't trust everyone, you know? But up till now, I haven't really been all that useful. I just depended on Sakura and everyone else.
You're not useless. If you hadn't been here, I would have died. Makoto? It's really nice of you to say.
but
Still, I know I've been totally useless.
okay.
So I figure at least here at the end, maybe I could find something that'll help us get all get out of here. So I'm gonna go off and do it all on my own. See you later. Hina was surprised at the high spirits as she dashed out of the dining hall. Once again, it's just us two.
Indeed.
Indeed.
But she's going off alone. She even said she wasn't taking us, so... So you're gonna go off on your own too, right, Kyoko?
However,
Don't misunderstand. Just because we're going to do our searches separately doesn't mean we can't still work together.
so...
That goes for all of us.
I think I see what you mean. Doing our own investigating doesn't mean we can't work together in the end. Just see it as us splitting up to cover more ground. And then we could get back together and share what we found. The thing is, though, one of us, assuming that it's correct, right? One of us will be lying about what we found, or something similar.
Right, but if we're all doing separate investigations, then whatever they lied about, someone can contradict and it'll be obvious.
Yes, it would be
It's
unless
not like
someone
we're very
didn't check that room.
Yeah, it's not like we're very specific about what areas. Anybody can go to any area now that all doors are unlocked.
Yeah.
So someone can double check a room that someone else, and if they lied about it, then it's gonna be obvious.
But they can also tamper with things before anyone else could get to it.
Yeah, but knowing Kirigiri, her memory.
Yeah, but these are rooms that even she hasn't been into yet.
So then...
Well, we better get going. I have an endless list of things I need to check.
Correct.
Monokuma said all doors in schools have been unlocked, right? Should be able to investigate every nook and cranny in the school.
We can visit all the places we couldn't go before.
Makoto.
No matter what it takes, we have to uncover the truth.
Agreed.
By any means necessary.
Agreed. With that, Kyoko was gone, leaving only me. Don't have time to waste either. I have to begin my search. I still can't believe the Mastermind might be one of us. So that's what I have to prove. Prove that the Mastermind isn't one of us. Suppose the Mastermind's true identity and solve this mystery of the school. And then we can all escape together.
Investigation! The biggest investigation of the game.
Yeah, it could be legitimately anywhere.
I'll start by taking another look at Makuro's Monokuma file. Forgot about this, we still have it somehow.
Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. It had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. So we find out who killed Mikuro Ikusaba, then we'll know who the Mastermind is. So where should I start my investigation to figure out who killed her? Guess I should start off with the rooms that were locked up until now. The Headmaster's room, the bio lab, and the door in the data center with Monokuma's face on it. Oh, and the second floor of the door is where the gate was down before. That should be open now, right? After that, I'll have to double check the areas that are connected to the murder, which means the garden and the dojo. Okay, time to get started. Place to check has been added to the true section.
Okay.
Alright, so
Here's the
before we
investigation.
even get started, I know you're gonna be all pissy about this, but I have to point out, at the moment, I'm gearing towards Byakuya being the mastermind. And you have to hear me out. someone who has a very wide range of knowledge about everything, because he's taken us into the archive over Genocide Jack, over Fenrir. Who's to say he hasn't had access of that kind of knowledge before even being here? So he could very well know all the mystery of this school. He could have been involved way before any of this happened. Part of the tragedy, who knows?
Right.
He already acts all high and mighty. He's been for the game since the start, until he finally denounced the game. But that once again could have been a trick saying, hey, okay, the game's not going in my favor anymore. Now I'm going to denounce it and make it look like it's not me, possibly. And act like one of the good guys.
I understand your reasoning, but I think reasoning is flawed in multiple places.
Then moving on to the actual murder, Byakuya was the only one who had access to Kyoko's room. Assuming...
Besides for
the mastermind...
16th and
yeah, the 16th student,
who
right.
got into our room.
But the 16th student was dead. I don't think
but there's
the
nothing
16th
stopping the other mastermind from having a key and just opening up in front
Yeah,
of
but yes, I understand that. But assuming, right, that there was only one key, then Byakuya was the only one who had access to her room specifically.
Right.
And then the evidence was dropped there.
Right.
So there's a lot of information relating to Byakuya. However, I still have questions about Toko. Because the only one who could have swapped that stuff in that instant would have been her. So it would have had been an accomplice thing.
Right.
Which is very possible if Toko listens to everything Byakuya says, like she has been. They could have very much before, like the whole going to the headmaster's office thing was also his idea. He was the one who found the Monokuma body and said to dismantle it. He knew it was a bomb.
Right.
So, like, he was aware of everything in that situation other than who the dead person was.
Like I said, I understand your reasoning, but I feel like it's flawed.
Well, like,
it doesn't explain, A, how he's controlling Monokuma and being in multiple places at the same time. 2, if that's the case, how could he have... How could... If he's the mastermind, then I don't see how he would have been surprised at any of the investigations. Because A, remember that time where he was knocked down like 20 pegs?
Yes, and that's when he denounced the game.
If he was the mastermind, he would not have been... I don't think him as a person could pretend to be knocked down that many times.
Unless he's not the ultimate prodigy, and he's actually just the ultimate despair. Who's to say all these titles are correct? That's what we've been told from Monokuma.
But we know our title's right because we remember.
Right. We know ours is correct. Kyoko remembered hers.
And we know because we were reading on the online chat about everyone. So we know that before we even got to the school.
But there were some people that we could not find. And I think Byakuya was among them. We knew about Hina, that one was obvious. We knew about Baseball Boy. We knew about, I think, Mondo. And I think I don't know.
It'll become clear as we investigate.
Yeah, it becomes more clear as we investigate, but that, I was just letting you know, before the investigation, where my mind was.